Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn to take input from users. Okay? Now, I will teach you the concept of taking input from users with the help of an example. Alright? Now, I have written codes above which I have blurred out. Here is the result of the program that I have written. This is what I want to do. I want the program to ask what is your age, and then when I enter a value, it has to tell me you are that particular value which I have entered years old. Okay, so this is the value that we enter, which must be taken as input by the program, and then it must display this. Okay, so let us write a program to achieve this. Alright, so let us write the program. For this, I am using an online compiler by onlinecpp.com. The reason is that one compiler is giving me troubles executing my C program. Alright, so there are lots of online C compilers, you can use any. Okay, now what do we want the program to do first? It has to display a message, correct? So I'll say printf, and here it has to say what is your age, correct? It has to display what is your age. So I'll close or I'll end the line here. Now I'll hit run to see the output. So I'm getting what is your age. So this is perfect. Now what do I want to do? I want to enter a value here, correct? So I need to enter a value which must be taken as input by the program, correct? Yes, for that we use a different function called as scanf. Alright, so printf function is to display the value, any value, display the output. Scanf is to take in the input. Okay, so scanf, and inside we need to specify few things. Now what is that we want to enter? We want to enter our age, correct? Now will you enter age as a whole number or as a decimal number? That is left to you. If you want to enter your exact age, let us say 33 years old, then integer should be fine. But if you want to enter 33.5, then we have to consider it as decimal value. For now, let us consider that we want to, let us assume that we want to enter an integer value. Alright. So inside scanf, we are saying take in the value as integer. Okay, or expect an integer value. Alright. Next, I'll put a comma here. Okay, comma is required. Whatever value that a user enters should be stored somewhere, correct? What is your age? My age is 33. So if I enter 33 here, that 33 must be stored somewhere, correct? So what do we use for storing values? We use variables, right? But have we defined any variable here? No, correct? So let us do that. Let us first define a variable. So I'll say int age. Okay, int age. So here I'm defining a variable, but I'm not assigning any value to it. Alright, so you can do this. You can assign value later. Now I've just declared a variable. Okay, I've declared a variable age. So int age, then what is your age, and then scanf %d. Now here I will say and age. Okay, and then end this line. Now let me explain you how this works or what is happening here. In this line I have declared a variable called as age, but I have not stored anything here. In the next line I am saying print this out. Okay, what is your age? And I am expecting an input from user. So here using scanf, I am taking in the input. Okay, I am expecting an integer. Okay, I am expecting an integer. And where should we store that value? Whatever the user enters, we have to store it in age variable, correct? We have to store it in age variable. That is what we are saying using AND. Now this is this is for address. Okay, do not worry too much about this. But what this says is, send the value to this variable. Okay, whatever value that the user enters, send it to this variable. Where is this variable? It is here. Is there any value in it? No, there is no value in it. So when we enter a value, that particular value will be sent to the address of age variable, or it will be stored in age variable. Okay, yes. So let me run this and explain you. So here this is what is being displayed. So I will enter 19 and now I will hit enter. So what has happened is, this 19 value has been stored in this variable. Which variable? Age. Okay, age. So that is done now. But we are not printing anything out, correct? So let us do that. Let us print one more line. Let us say print, and here let us say your age is percentage D. Okay, your age is percentage D, and then I'll put a comma here and say age. Okay, age. Now let me run this and explain it to you how it works. Okay, so what is the error here? Print. Okay, it is printf, not print. Run. And what is your age? I'll say 19, and then it says your age is 19. Okay, so let us once again analyze what is happening here. I've declared a variable, but I have not stored anything. In the next line, I'm printing this out. What is your age? Okay, what is your age? And I'm expecting the user to enter a value. So here I'm entering 19. What are we expecting? What kind of value are we expecting? We are expecting an integer value. So percentage D. Okay. And what to do with that value? We want that value to be sent to this variable. And for sending it, we are using AND. Okay. So this is address of age variable. So we are basically saying, scan the input as an integer and send it to age variable. So in the age variable, whatever value that the user enters will be stored. Okay, will be stored. And in the next line, what are we doing? We are printing the age along with the value that the user had entered. So percentage D. Why percentage D? Because we had stored an integer value, correct? So percentage D. And here age. What is in age? Whatever value the user enters. So that value will replace this while being printed out. Okay. So your age is 19, or you are dash years old. Alright. So let me hit enter once again. It asks what is your age. Now this is being executed. Now it is at this stage. This has already been executed. We cannot see this. This is what we are seeing here. And whatever we type now, 45, let us say, will be taken in and stored in age using this line. Okay. And then using this line, this will be displayed. Okay. So using scanf function, we take input from users. Okay, we take input from users. All right. Yes. So this is how we do it. Now, let me go for one more exercise to explain you the concept. All right. So next, what I want to achieve is this. Okay. I want to print enter a number first. and then I need to enter a number. Then it must display this. It must say that the next number is 6. Okay. So whatever number I enter, it must display the next number. Okay. So this is what I want to achieve. So let us do this together. Alright. So let us start writing the program. So let me delete this first. Okay. Let me delete this first. Okay. So what do I want to display first? I want to display enter a number. So that is what we will do now. Enter a number. Okay. Enter a number. Now I will end this. Alright. And here I will use 2 forward slashes. Okay. And type in something. Here I display the first prompt. Okay. First prompt. So using 2 forward slashes, I am writing something here. Now what is this? This is a note to myself. Okay, this is a note to myself. This will not get executed. This will not get executed. Why doesn't it get executed? Because I have 2 forward slashes here. If you type in 2 forward slashes, then whatever is in front of that will not be executed. Okay, it will be treated as a comment. What is a comment? Comment is something that you leave to yourself, a note that you leave to yourself. Okay, so I am leaving a note to myself. So this will not be executed when I run the program. Okay, so let me run the program. And you can see I have enter a number here. Enter a number. So you can see that only this much has been executed. This is not executed. Alright. Next, in the next line, what do I want to do? I want to take input. Correct? I want to take input. So I will leave a note to myself. Next line takes input from users. Okay. Now why do I want to leave note to myself? Maybe because the next time I revisit to this program, maybe after 1 or 2 months, I need to be able to figure out why I have written a code the way I have written it. Okay. So right now it is simple. I don't need all these comments to figure out what I am doing. But after a month, if I revisit this program, I may not be knowing why I have done it like this. So it will be helpful. Or maybe you will write a program and send it to someone else. They will not know why you have done something the way you have done it. But when they read comments like this, they will come to know why you have done it the way you have done it. Okay. So this is for information. And how do you write comment? By using 2 forward slashes. Okay. Yes. Next, I will use scanf to take in input because I am expecting a number, correct? And what kind of a number am I expecting? I am expecting an integer. Okay. I mean expecting an integer. So I will say %d. Now, whatever value that the user enters must be stored somewhere, correct? So we have not defined any variables. So let us do that. We'll say int and we'll say num. Okay, int and num. So num is our variable. I have not stored anything. I will store the value which I get from users. Okay, and to send it, I will use and I will use num. Okay, scan %d and num. So let me run this, and once again I have not closed it using semicolon. So I'll run it. It asks me a number. I'll say 8 and then 8 is stored in num. So that is all we have done. We have not performed any operations, correct? So what should we do? What do we want? we want the next number to be displayed, correct? Yes. So what we have to do is we have to add 1 to whatever value that the user enters, correct? And after adding that, we need to store it somewhere. So we need one more variable. So let us define that. I'll say int, I'll say new num, okay, I'll say new num, which will be num plus 1, okay, num plus 1. So what I'm saying is, whatever value the user enters, add 1 to it and store it in the variable new num, okay. I hope you are able to understand. Whatever value the user enters, store it in num. And in the next line, what I am saying is, add 1 to whatever value the user has entered and store it in this variable called new num. And now we have to display this to the user, correct? So let us do that. I'll say print f, and here I'll say the next number is, and I'll say percentage d, and I'll leave a space here after a comma, and then say new num, okay, new num. Now I will close this using semicolon. So let us run it and see the result. So enter a number which is the result of this line, execution of this line, and I will enter 34 and hit enter, which will be stored in num. Next 1 will be added to this 34, which becomes 35, and 35 will be stored in new num, okay, new num. And in the next line, new num will be displayed, okay. So this is how you can achieve this. I want you to try this out too, alright. Yes, so this is how you take input from users. As we proceed further, once again, everything will come naturally to you. Now, we have one more function of this comment. If you do not want any particular line of code to be executed, all you have to do is add 2 forward slashes right before the line, okay. So you can see I have added 2 forward slashes, typed 2 forward slashes before this line. So this line will not be executed. So let me run it and show it to you. Enter a number, I'll enter 4, and when I hit enter, the program ends. So this line will not be executed. So till here it will be executed, but this line will not be executed, okay. So having 2 forward slashes in front of this will prevent it from executing, alright. So this is called as commenting. Now if you want to prevent more than one lines from executing, then you need to use this, okay. So starting you need to have forward slash and star, okay, forward slash and star, and ending is star and forward slash. So now what happens is these 2 lines will not be executed, okay. So let me hit run. Now this cannot be seen, alright, 3, and you get the same result, but once again these 2 lines are not executed. So let me have this here, alright, let me have this here. I'll say I'll use forward slash and I'll use star, okay. So from here till here, okay, whatever is between these 2, which is this entirely, will not be executed, okay. So let us see that. I'll hit run, and you can see there is no output because whatever is inside this and this will not be executed. So this is used for multi-line commenting, and the forward slashes, 2 forward slashes are used for single line commenting, alright. So this is for single line commenting, alright. So I hope it is clear. So that's it for this video. Go ahead and practice the things that we have learnt in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.